Good Follow Show presented by DraftKings. And y'all, it's just the two of us.
Hey.
Make it if we try. You ain't know I had that.
Hey, I'm getting you on the track, Ross.
Two of us. Two of us.
She got a voice, y'all.
Two of us. Not gonna be. Anyway, we are in LA and Angel McCoughtry, 5-time WNBA All-Star. And I'm Roz Gold-Onwude, well known on the Good Teammate wall at Stanford University.
Can you explain to us what that means?
That you're a 5-time All-Star and I'm on the Good Teammate wall?
So you're on the Good Teammate wall, so there's different walls?
There's different walls. So, okay, y'all. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I just recently came in from the Bay Area. I was at Stanford University visiting with my alma mater. I visited with the women's basketball team. Really excited for them as they head into year 2 in the ACC.
Woohoo!
And I did some media training sessions with them, and it was awesome. But they gave me a tour of their brand spanking new locker room.
Ooh.
Child to be born in, I don't even know what year, 2005,
What are you gonna say?
10,
Yeah.
2010. It's a nice life. It's luxurious in that locker room. My goodness. They got
Man.
mirrors and lighting and all high ceilings.
Oh, wow.
I want to live there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there's different walls, and one of the walls was for all of the All-Americans.
Ooh.
One of the walls was for all of the WNBA players that came out of
Ooh.
Stanford basketball. And then Kate Pay, the new coach of the Stanford, walked me over. She said, "Here you are, Roz. You're on the wall for good teammates." And I love that, though. Like, I was mad proud. First of all, it's a sisterhood. I was proud. I had a very nice slice of real estate on the good teammate wall.
Hey. She's up on the wall, okay?
I made a wall.
That's all that matters. She's on the wall.
I made a wall, and it was a sisterhood, and all that. But we had a good chuckle when I was telling them that before the show. I was like, yeah, and
I love
a
it.
good teammate.
You want a good teammate? Hey, she's a good teammate, man.
Absolutely. And 5-time WNBA All-Star, Angel
Yes.
McCoughtry. All-American in college.
I'm on
as
the
well.
All-American wall, but that doesn't matter. You're on the
All-American
good
wall.
teammate wall.
Did
That's
you
what-
win National Player of the Year in college, too?
I don't even remember. I won
think
so many
you
accolades.
did.
Did I? I don't remember.
I think you did. Anyway. All right. Moving on to today's show. People are talking about the WNBA that have not talked about the WNBA either before or in a very long time.
Mhm.
I guess all of this attention is good attention. I don't know. We'll discuss it. And then as we head into the WNBA finals between the Las Vegas Aces and the Phoenix Mercury, we will break down the chip on the shoulder of the Phoenix Mercury and how they've been carrying that around. And can they silence the doubters and maybe get a win over the Aces?
Hey, maybe.
We shall see.
We shall see. Well, guys, you can check us out Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thank you for supporting us at the Good Follow Show. Link, comment, subscribe. We love hearing your comments. Let's get going. Bam.
That was your best one yet.
That was my best one.
That was your best one yet.
Finally, I got the cue right, guys.
Y'all, Angel has like one like assigned line. The rest of this is all just like off the top, just speaking at each other. But it's just, and this was your best rendition
Finally.
of it. We should
Finally.
do a clip. We should do like a montage
Mhm.
of all of Angel's. Okay, guys.
Like, wait, when do I go?
Every Tuesday and Thursday we have a show. No, you did great.
Let's go. Now we're going to have a good show.
After Napheesa Collier's exit interview, the entire basketball world, in fact, really the sports world, was shaken up. And she has everyone talking. And I guess it's a good thing, all of this exposure.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it is. But let's just check some of the coverage out that's coming out right now.
Collier says it's not about W's and L's. Yes, it is. You lost the game, you lost the ball, and you're frustrated. B, your coach acted like a complete... You don't act like that. You don't act like that. And she should apologize. You know what? I was out of line. The call was right. I can't run in the court, curse out the fans, and then on top of it, destroy the officials when my season. She deserved the suspension.
Oh, my God.
You know what? Bless Monica McNutt's heart. I swear to God. They didn't call Monica in, and Monica came to work.
She was itching like, ugh.
I don't even think she expected to see or hear. For a second there, I was like, is he going to call Cheryl Reeve out her name? I was like, wait a minute. But,
Oh, my God.
But that was from Mad Dog, Chris Russo on First Take. Let's hear some more. Skip Bayless chimed in. If Caitlin Clark, out since July 15th, had returned for the playoffs, the fever would be in the finals.
Oh, my gosh.
Thank you so much for chiming in, Skip. So great to hear from you this WNBA season. Just like, not that, and this is no shade to Caitlin. Like, it's probably possible. Sure. Caitlin's an excellent player. This is not even about Caitlin. It's just about, Okay, I see that you've made it to the conversation.
Thank you, Skip.
And this is your contribution. Some hypothetical. Like, there's so much actual things that actually have happened you could comment on, and you're just gonna.
And for Skip, my message to you is: nothing against Caitlyn. Can you give the girls props who made it to the semifinals?
No, he didn't watch that. Girl, stop.
Who they only lost by what? Two points or something like that?
Child. The fact. Okay, let's keep going.
Okay, we're not gonna
because that's not even all of the big talking heads, huge platforms that are now speaking about the WNBA, and we're happy to have the word, I guess, or the brand get out there. But I mean, perhaps how it's being discussed is so inflammatory or just crazy. But let's go on. Going back to First Take. God bless Monica McNutt. Now let's hear from Stephen A.
Cathy Engelbert, the commissioner of the league, you need to resign. Period. When a player, any player, but especially one of that magnitude, attacks you publicly like that, that weak-ass statement Commissioner Engelbert gave is not good enough. She basically provided no defense of herself. Her words were piercing. That was an attack against your leadership. It was an attack against your integrity. It was an attack against your character. And that's the statement you came out with.
It's getting spicy.
Yeah, I mean, and actually, it's not even that. Sometimes the comments being made are things you may even agree with, or it's But later he full on came out and was like, Cathy Engelbert needs to resign, and just a really bold statement, to come out and declare that the commissioner of a professional sports league needs to be fired, and for that to possibly be one of your 3 public statements on the WNBA for the season. Is bold. Okay, we got one more person. So Dave Portnoy, actually, not only does he think that Cathy should be out, but he thinks he could do a better job as commissioner.
Oh, really?
Let's tap in.
What if the WNBA approached you to be the commissioner?
I love it. I said it. All these women who think they hate me. Angel Reese, she thinks she hates me. The one with the fingernails thinks she's hate me. Dijon Carrington. These girls would be whining and dining and be like, oh my God, it's not about the color of the skin. It's about sports, basketball. And this guy's putting money in my pocket. He's a genius. We would be flying, dining, and driving. It would be unbelievable. I would... absolutely take this league to a level it has never seen. Cathy Engelbert can't market her way out of a paper bag. Embrace the stuff that's going on in this league. She's doing investing. Who invests in an entire fan base over nothing? And creates everyone who wants your fans to be called racist for no reason. This woman's a moron.
Well, for me, there's certainly there's fan bases that agree with Dave, and he's talking to somebody there, but I'm not even here to critique what some of these people are or not saying. It's just the manner in which they have plowed their way into the WNBA conversation, Angel.
First, I'm gonna say for Dave
Portnoy.
Yeah. The first thing is I need to talk to your wife or girlfriend or whoever to see how you're gonna manage all these women. If it's gonna be another commissioner in our WNBA, it's going to be someone who has dealt with the blood, sweat, and tears in this league. And who I nominate? Nneka Ogwumike as our next commissioner.
Ooh. Well, she's already, president of the Players Association.
There you go.
And as somebody who has been a player under her tutelage or her leadership, what stands out about Nneka?
She's an amazing person, number one. She's been through the blood, sweat, and tears. She's a great leader. I've played with her. She just knows how to weather this storm. She's been fighting for us for the CBA for a long time. And you've been her teammate.
Yeah.
So you know these qualities that she would be a great leader for.
Well, I would run through a wall for Nneka Ogwumike.
There you go.
I think she's a great human being, a great leader, a great teammate. And so I didn't even know you were going to make a nomination. I certainly stand behind Nneka for anything, full stop. But, we've heard some critique coming out from players that the next commissioner, it's not just about being a good business person. You got to know ball.
Yep.
I think also you got to understand the wants, needs, plights, desires, coverage, lifestyle, the the nuances of the players within your league. And if a majority of them, are minorities, are Black, are LGBTQ community, you got to be able to resonate and relate and also empathize. And it's been a lack of connection and empathy with Cathy Engelbert that keeps coming up and coming up. And this isn't just the Black thing. Like, I would point out Cathy has had a few missteps now. Even when she came to the Bay and was supposed to give the Coach of the Year award to Natalie Nakase. And that's a huge award. It's one of the major awards for the season. And she had a blunder in mispronouncing her name. She said Nakase or Nakase or whatever. And she was corrected by the media. And at the moment did go viral. But it's more than just like, did she have a slip up? When you're under so much critique, it actually was revealing of, well, one, was she properly prepared? Two, are you familiar with your league? Are you watching your league? How do you not know how to say Nakase's name? Right. This name's been said all season long. All we're talking about is the incredible coaching job happening in the Bay with all those injuries and, kind of lacking of big name players. Look at how well they're doing. Nakase.
Right.
And then to go back to insensitivity culturally, there was power in that name to give her the Coach of the Year. Natalie Nakase is the first ever Asian American head coach in WNBA history. So to go up there and have this culturally relevant, this Asian American coach, and to say her name wrong showed a lack of sensitivity, cultural sensitivity. So, she's had a few slip-ups like that.
And to say the least, so Dave, you got to know the players' names. Okay.
Right.
At least.
Right. The girl with the nails.
Not the girl
is crazy.
with the nails. And then you'd say
the girl with the nails is absolutely insane. I want to go back because that's not okay. He did his thing, but I want to go back to Mad Dog Chris Russo because on First Take, before he even speaks about the WNBA, he actually starts it with, "Well, I'm not really following this.
Jesus,
I don't really follow it. There's no world, Angel. There's no world where a woman." Could go on any national network and begin her commentary with, I'm not really following this. I don't watch. I don't really talk about it. I likely did not prepare.
Can you imagine?
Did not prepare for what I'm about to say to you. And then not only have some commentary, have some really strong commentary, have some really strong opinions about like what should happen here. And his whole dialogue was just lacking in the right respect and understanding of the gravitas of Cheryl Reeve. Like, of course, her behavior was poor, but babe, this is like Pop of the league. Like you're up, you kind of played down Napheesa Collier, but without having the depth of knowledge to know what the battle has been with officiating for a whole season long. And okay, I'll give you this example. When you go to someone's house for like the first time, Angel, you go to someone's house, you're usually polite.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You might even come into the house for the first time and ask them, do you guys take your shoes off here? Should I take my shoes off at the door?
Yeah.
Okay. You might even, you on best behavior. You might come over with a dish.
Yeah.
I come over with a bottle of wine. People have come over to my house. They've given me a candle. And
etiquette.
Etiquette, right. Or it's the first time you've been there. Maybe it's, so you still polite. And these people are coming in 1 or 2 times a year to the House of Women's Basketball. And ain't nothing about it. Like, okay, well, let me lean into you, Monica. What do you think? Because, you've been covering it all year or da-da-da. Instead, they in there throwing things in the fridge, drinking out straight out the carton, talking about your family, mucking up the floor, mud all on the floor with their shoes, jumping on the couch.
That's what it feels like.
Coming right in, demanding commissioners should be fired and that they could do a better job, and randomly having a tweet that has honestly not a lot to do with the moment, or just coming in and doing the most, being so loud.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the platform, but often their coverage with these huge platforms is so alarmist and often used to kind of shit on the league, or used to point out moments when there's mishaps, or talk down on the women who are playing. It's inflammatory coverage.
Yeah.
There were some great stories. How about, where were y'all when Kelsey Mitchell had that inspiring run?
There you go.
Where were y'all when the Aces were on a 17-game win streak, which was historically significant? They were almost on the verge of having the longest winning streak in the history of the league, but they fell short. That was a great story. Where were you to cover that?
There you go.
There were stars in that story. We're not asking you to cover something small. That was big. So you only come here to on the league and talk about when things are on fire? I guess. But
it's given bandwagon behavior. But like you said, like if we did that, we would get roasted. We could never do that in football. We could never do that in the NBA. But here you guys can come in our league and on it, like you said. No research done.
And brag about it.
Brag.
I don't watch.
I'm the next commissioner.
Or I don't follow this. How can you even be allowed to speak on a professional platform? First of all, where bring back shame. How can you speak so strong when you are willing to admit I don't watch, I don't follow? And like, if it was me, I would have come in and had a much more demure, cutesy, take. Yeah. Like, I think what's happening in the league is, it's a lot happening. The ladies have a lot at stake. We'll be following, but you just come in and fire it's just everything.
And let me say this to Chris Russo: the last thing you want to do is injure 3 ligaments in your foot. Right? You have a career-ending injury in this league. The workers' comp finish. You're done. Remember, we don't have pension. So that's the last thing you want to do. But that's a whole nother story. So to what you said, we could never.
Oh, we could never. All right, let's take a break.
Yep.
We'll be back. Hey, welcome back to Good Follow Show, presented by DraftKings. I'm Roz, she's Angel, and today was the exit interviews for the Indiana Fever. And everybody's been waiting to hear from Caitlin Clark and what she has to say about Phee's comments and everything about the commissioner in the league and all the things. So she spoke on it. Here's what Caitlin had to say.
I have great respect for Phee, and I think she made a lot of very valid points. And, Phee said it all. This is straight up the most important moment in this league's history. Well, this league's been around for 25 plus years.
Caitlin Clark basically, unified front with all of the players, which I think is really important right now as they head into CBA discussions, and the end of October date is looming here and likely not to be met. But Sophie Cunningham also gave her 2 cents during exit interviews for the Fever, and she had this to say: "I'm just tired of our league. Our leadership from top to bottom needs to be held accountable. I think that there are a lot of people in a position of power in the WNBA who, they might be really great business people, but they don't know about basketball."
Sophie.
Sophie gonna tell you like it is.
Sophie.
She's gonna tell you exactly how she feels. What do you make of this, Angel? You being a former player.
Sophie, I wouldn't say I'm just tired of our league. I wouldn't say that part. I would have left that part out and just talk about the leadership we need.
But it's speaking to a level of frustration that everyone's at right now.
No, it's definitely a big level of frustration. And shout out to Caitlin, because we needed to hear your voice. We need you. You are a big voice in our league. So I'm happy to hear what she had to say.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to hear from Caitlin because so much of momentum has come with her joining the league. Look, you can't deny that there is some kind of Clark effect here. She definitely demands attention, eyeballs, dollars. So this is the WNBA's newest, most attention-getting asset right now.
Yeah.
You want to hear that. Who was she with? And if she didn't endorse Phee and the players and come in the unified front, even she didn't have to say, "Oh, I'm pro Cathy in the league." It would be taken as that.
It would have been, yeah.
So to continue to stay quiet, it would be taken as that. Instead, she made a decision, and I'm sure there's got to be meetings with her team and whatever, like, all eyes on you. Here's how we're going to approach it. Here are some good words to say. I'm sure they don't just let her come up there and wing
Absolutely.
it. But she gave an endorsement of Phee and unified front for the players. Anything you want to add on what's going on with the CBA?
Actually, I do. I got, I kind of hear what's going on in the meetings. I'm not going to disclose the information, but I will say that from what I've heard and the discussions and negotiations, it's disheartening. I'm just going to put it at that. And just know that there could be possibly a lockout.
Yeah, I think a lockout is likely to happen. I don't think they're going to suddenly have an agreement by the end of October.
Yeah.
But more what I'm concerned about is just, what this means for things like draft and training camp. And isn't there supposed to be like an expansion draft and all these new teams coming in? And, I want the season to start on time. And obviously, I think there's so much momentum, and it does feel like at this moment we're not running with it.
Yeah.
So I hope that
we shall see.
We shall see. Let's get to what is exciting and happening, and what the momentum that is happening is the WNBA
Finals.
Finals.
We lost touch of that.
Absolutely.
It's
Okay.
the finals.
The Phoenix Mercury, the Las Vegas Aces, they face off in the WNBA Finals. Very interesting. That's a 45-minute flight. You can just pop right back.
Pop back and forth.
Go to all the games, do everything. But the Phoenix Mercury in particular, they are playing with a chip on their shoulder as they have all season. And, this is actually from their own Twitter account. They've been posting receipts. Anybody who picked against them, which seemingly was almost everyone in their route to taking down the Liberty, taking down the number 1 seed Lynx. But while others doubted, I've been, Gold-Onwude, been saying, do not sleep on the Mercury. And guess what? I got receipts.
You got receipts?
Receipts. Y'all better not sleep on the Phoenix Mercury. Do not sleep on the Phoenix Mercury. Do not sleep on the Phoenix Mercury. But let me tell you right now, if all of them get healthy, and then all of those international players in that deep bench, then you got a big four of Alyssa Thomas, DeWanna Bonner, Kahleah Copper, and Satou Sabally. That's a very dangerous team. That team is a crazy team to see in the playoffs, and it'd be hard to bet against them.
Wow. All I can say is wow.
I'm watching them play all season. It's not even like, am I some smart person or something? It's literally, I watch them. I covered the Liberty. I watched them play the Liberty all season, and I've been looking at them and going,
But you saw it.
If you're watching, it's not surprising. Like, they have an identity. This is a talented team. They're tough. They're physical. They play defense. They have players on this team. This is not some Cinderella group of, never been here before. These are experienced players. Let's pull this up from Christina Williams. Okay, so look, DeWanna Bonner, 2-time champion. Sammy Whitcomb, 2-time champion. Kahleah Copper, 1-time champion. She's a finals MVP. You got players who have been to the finals. Don't forget Alyssa Thomas been there a bunch of times. Yep. You got Olympians on this team. Like, there's a lot of reasons why this team is prepared for this moment. And then also, again, they love this chip thing, I
love that. Yeah.
They were slighted on the all-rookie team. Monica Koa-Makani. She absolutely had a case for all-rookie team. I think all of those players that did make it are deserving. But when you look at her minutes, points, and assists, it's notable, especially at the point guard position and her impact on a high-achieving team. A rookie point guard, that's crazy.
Yeah. Coaches
got slighted. You could argue, or executive staff, Nick Uren had an executive of the year case. They got a lot of critique hiring Nate Tibbetts. He came from the NBA side, and people were really upset. People want to see women in these roles, but he came from the NBA side, and look, he's winning. He's getting results in year 2. And Nick Uren changed up the whole culture. New era, got rid of players, brought all these different pieces in, and it's working. So, I think they both could deserve more flowers for what they've been able to do to this point. Think about Alyssa Thomas, another season, no MVP, but she coming for that chip. You look at Satou Sabally, new chapter in Phoenix. She heard y'all talking about her in Dallas. She told me that, and she took it personally. And DeWanna Bonner,
come on,
had a debacle in Indiana with the Fever, and it looks like she's getting the last laugh. She's the one going to the finals again.
Hello.
So I don't know. Can the Mercury just silence all the doubters here and pull this out? One more seeding upset over the Las Vegas Aces?
I think so, Roz. You dropped the mic on it and gave all the facts. So can y'all just stop treating them like a Cinderella team already?
It's funny because the Aces feel like they've been slept on all season. This is a chip off. This is a who has a bigger chip in their shoulder. Both of them are looking at the other one like, I'm an underdog. Nobody believed in us.
I like that. It's a chip off.
It's a chip off. We're out of time. Guys, we'll be back to discuss probably the first game or two of the WNBA Finals. Tune in. It starts on Friday night. Thank you for watching Good Follow. She's Angel, 5-time WNBA All-Star. I'm Roz Gold-Onwude, great teammate. And we will see you next time.